welcome to class. Good to see you all. It's Wednesday. Is it it's July 1st? Yeah.
Yes.
Wednesday, July 1st. Welcome. Yay. Happy July, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
And here's Nikki.
Hello, hello.
So hello. We're going to have a fun class tonight. We're going to do, what are we going to do? We're going to do variations. I just wrote it a half hour ago.
Totally just did.
I should remember. Variations on the basic Egyptian. We're going to do some hip drills, meaning drills are where you do the same motion over and over and over to create muscle memory. It's a really great technique to teach your body to do things without your brain having to think about it so much. So we're going to do it in a drill type of a format rather than complicated combinations. So there's all different ways to learn, and drilling is one of them. So our music for tonight is Frank Lazaro and Middle-Earth. This is the, wait, give me a good shine, there we go. This is the album. I think this is our first one. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. They've got some really nice ones.
Yeah,
So
they do.
if you need, we will put up the link of where you can find the music, because we do want to support our artists. We want to support everyone these days.
Right?
Oh my goodness, how much longer, guys? The good thing is I'm having so much fun with you all. I know I can't see you, but when you comment and say things online and we get to chat, that just means so much to me. So now's that time. Check in, say hello, let me know who's here. Let me know if you can hear me and see me, if everything looks fabulous and sounds fabulous, and if we're ready to go. And then Nikki can check on
I will
things
check on the comments in a little bit.
see
Actually, I'm going to go check on them right now.
Okay. See if anybody's here or if I'm doing a solo class tonight. Hopefully someone's watching. And then, as you know, these will post on YouTube in a few days. So if you miss it tonight, you can always take the class on YouTube. All right, so how does it look, Miss Nikki? Are we?
It's looking, I think we're good.
Okay.
And I think we have Valerie,
Valerie,
and
yay,
Michelle,
and Michelle,
and Susan on
and
here.
Susan so far, yay! Okay, then we can start.
Right?
Let's do this. All right. Hopefully you did a little warm up pre-class, but we're going to do a little baby one right now and then get right into our basic Egyptian drill. So your body will love this. It really feels good on the body. Let's see. I had it playing. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. Notice it was a little loud at some point. All right, here we go. So, wide stance, bend your knees, tuck that stomach in, tailbone under. Right, nice stance posture, roll shoulders back. And forward. And up overhead. Reach and reach. Warm up the waist. How's it looking over there? Good?
Everything looks good so far.
Okay.
Nobody said anything about
All
sound, so
right,
we must
all
be
right,
good.
good. Slide your ribs. Reach way out there. Reach, reach. And a little torso circle, just a little bit one. Tighten your glutes in the back. And reverse it. Now move right into that hip circle. Make it large. And reverse. And then take your hips side to side. Just keep that wide base and just move your hips left, right. A little popping, a little crispness in the hip. Side, 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 side. And think about shoulders up, back, and down. Ribs lifted, stomach pulled in. out, out, out. On the right side, I don't want you to go right, left. Don't go all the way right and left. Keep yourself center, so this is my center line. Right, and then back to center. Right and center. So rather than right, left, go right, center, or right, neutral. Right, 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 right. So you have to put a little more weight on that right foot. Okay, now get in there, add a glute squeeze, and you're going to get a little more percussion from your hip as you straighten that knee and push with that right leg, squeeze that right big glute muscle, and you're going to get a sharper, crisper move. Up, up, go out to the side. Flat foot on the right, repeat on the left. Ball of the foot, side, side. Only come to center. Center. Yeah. Tighten that glute muscle in the back. That's it. Push, 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 push. Now we'll go back to the right side in a minute. This time we're going to go up. Switch, right side now. Up, 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 up. So you have to contract your abs a little bit and squeeze that same big glute muscle in the back. Up, up, up. Should feel good on your stomach.
Very cool.
Yeah. And switch. And lift. And lift. And lift. Squeeze and push at the same time. Push with your foot and leg. Squeeze with your glute at the same time. Do a little squeeze there at the top. And then you have to let it go as it drops. Squeeze and release. All right. Good. All right. Step. Place the ball. Push your hips to the side. Step. Place the ball. Push your hips to the side. So repeat it. Left and right. Step. Place. Push. 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 So the basic Egyptian, remember, is actually 3 parts. It counts 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. The placement of your foot is a half count. It's an and. So if you listen to this tempo, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. In the middle of the 1 and 2 is your and. So 1 and, right? 1 and. How did I do that? 1 and.
Magic.
1 and. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 question. So the basic Egyptian is usually one of the first steps that we all learn as baby dancers, okay? Because it's a basic move, right? It's used so much to travel, to turn, to get across the floor, to accent your hip. I mean, it's one of the most commonly used steps. So we teach it first, but it's not the easiest. It really isn't. It's easy to do it wrong. Really easy to do it wrong, right?
True.
So,
And we have Bren who joined us. So we can
Bren, hey, welcome. All right, so let me explain. I'm going to make it a little bit obvious, but there's a really important thing, and that's partly why we're drilling tonight, because as you progress in dancing and get better and better, you learn more techniques, you get more advanced, right? More competent, and then some of your basic techniques go by the wayside. So it's always good to take a drills class and something that breaks something down from the very beginning, because then you're, oh, right, I haven't been doing that.
Yeah.
Right? And the basic Egyptian is that step. So what happens that I see, we're working on the side right now, and I'll tell you, we're going to go front and back and side and all around in between. So there's all kinds of directions you can go with this. But essentially, where your foot is placed is where your hip is going to go. And depending on the muscle contractions of your stomach, that determines if your hip is going to go sideways or up. Because the motion is kind of the same. The leg straightens, but do you push with your hip and abs and push your hip sideways? Or do you contract with your obliques and waist and push up? The pushing of the foot and the thigh and the squeezing of the butt muscle, that's always the same, right? We do that all the time. It's just a matter of where is it going to aim, all right? The other important thing is the foot goes before the hip. And what happens a lot is the foot goes with the hip. So very often I see step, step, do you see? So it's the same, right? And I'm actually doing more of this. If you look carefully, I'm pushing my foot into the ground, and yes, my hip is going, but it's not the strength and the technique and the isolation of the move, how the move was designed. All right, so take a peek here. This is foot and hip together. Now just with a little change, step, place, lift, step, place, lift, step, place, lift. First of all, the feet are closer together, much closer, and you can see one and. Then the hip goes, one and, hip, one and, hip. So you have to force that. It is not natural.
No.
Your body wants to just
together, yeah.
They want to do all, right? And after you get dancing for a while, it just gets really sloppy and the isolation is gone. So that's partly why we're doing this tonight. One and squeeze, one and squeeze, one and squeeze. And you can, I don't know if you can hear me, I'm stomping, one and. So sometimes when you're learning, you're trying to tell your brain, get this, boom, boom, stomp, stomp, lift, stomp, stomp, lift. And then when you dance, of course, you're quite graceful and dainty, like a little imp.
You mean you don't sound like an elf?
No, it's not so much. But right now, a little stompy, little stompy. All right, so I will keep reminding you, but that is the main theme for tonight. 3 sections, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And is the placement of your foot. 2 is where your hip is going to go. So let's move on and do this technique with the hip forward. Now with the hip forward, you have options. You can push it straight ahead by squeezing your glute and just push straight ahead. Or you can squeeze your glute, turn your leg and foot, and turn it more to the side. So you get the side of your hip, front and side. So you have more of a straight on push here, or the twist. All right, when you do a basic, there's always going to be one side that is straight-legged and one side that is bent. So you'll always have a base leg, you'll always have a working leg. The working leg will always bend and straighten. The base leg will never bend and straighten because we don't want to be doing this, right? We want to find our little base, hold ourselves steady, and then just work like crazy with that front leg. And don't let yourself pop up and down. All right, let's try it again.
All right.
Let's do some fronts. And the drills in the front. Step, play, slip. Step, play, slip. Step, play, slip. So we are doing just a push. Just push. 1 and 2. 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 So you have to move your feet really fast. The foot is stepping in between the music. 1 end, 1 end, 1 end, 1 end. Good. Now, with the twist. Step, place, twist. Step, place, twist. Step, place, twist. Step, place, twist. Your foot, knee, leg, all go sideways. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now, little variation. Add a twist in between. Super fun. Makes it easier, actually,
It
right?
really does.
Just keep twisting. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Step flips, step flips, step flips. Little more. Graceful hands and arms. Now straight ahead. Step place, step place. Woo!
OMG.
Yeah, good job. That was fun.
Excellent.
Very fun. All right, so I know how it feels exactly. Did it go to 4?
No, we have to go.
There?
Yeah.
So, when you are listening to the beat, dun, 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 right? Bum, 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 bum. See on my foot? It's going right with my hip. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's no and. You have to force it, right? You have to make it happen. And even sometimes when you think it's happening, it's not. You have to have someone look at you and go, is my foot on the and or is it on the 2? Because you'll go 1 and 2. You could say it 1 and 2, but look, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. I'm saying it, but I'm not doing it, right? My foot is not on the and. So you have to go 1 and. It's fast. 1 and 2, 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 1 and 2. And then your Egyptians will be killer.
Yeah.
Right? Right. Because there's a difference when you reach out with your foot and you push it with your hip to placing it underneath. It provides the support and the strength, and it makes that hip really pop, and it really isolates your hip. All right, let's look at the other direction. We've done a side, up, out. We've done forward, straight, and with the twist. Now we're going to do back. Back is just one variation. So I'm just going to stand sideways. Just take a comfortable step, not even a full step. Just reach back with only the ball. Bend both knees. Straighten your working leg. Think about popping your hip up and back. Up and back. Exactly. And then the other side. Up, back. Okay, so this is going to be tricky. 1 end. 1 end. 1 end. I bet you're going to go 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're going to, right? So if you feel your foot ever driving down into the ground like that, stop immediately, right? That's a sign that it's not it. One of the keys of this move, your feet don't come off the floor. Your feet do not come off the floor. What do? They slide. 1 end. I'm stomping so you can hear me, but in reality, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. It's just a little slip. It slips forward, it slips to the side, it slips back, right? It never comes off. Because as soon as it comes off, there's no way, because that's your and right there. You couldn't possibly make the and because you're lifting your foot where it should be. It's one and. If you're going one and two, you'll miss it. So a couple of hints to help you. Keep your feet on the ground, slip and slide, right? And think about getting that feet quick. One and then the hip is on two. All right, let's try the back. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to angle just a little bit. And one and two, one and two, one and two, one and two. And I'm going to turn around. I love this for that. This is just such a good variation. Now notice the hip will angle. That's fine, because it angles to the front, so of course front, back. So what? It's really hard to see, right? So remember where the step is designed to be seen. If you're doing your hips to the side, you're going to be facing front. If you do it to the front, you can be anywhere. But if you're doing front and side, I would face front. If you're doing front and back, I would face side. Does that sound logical? All right.
To get the full effect.
Yes, exactly. All right, so another variation. We've done this a bit. It's using the clock on the floor. So we are going to step on one, and then we're going to go around the clock. So we're going to start on our right leg, and 2, 1 and 2 is the 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just, you don't have to do exactly the numbers, but you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? And so you have to divide your circle, half circle, into 8 sections. And the last one will be straight back. That'll be your 8. Then you'll bring that foot in, step on 1. 2 will be your left leg on 12. 2, 3, 4. So make sure by 4 that you're halfway. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think it's too stressful on the brain to actually picture those numbers. You're like, oh, I missed the 2. Oh, you get caught up because there's only 6 and we have 8. So don't even worry about it. Just put your first foot on the 12, and then by the time you get to 4, you should be halfway, and then you've got the other half to get your other 4.
Yeah, don't be like me at the beginning. I was super excited. And like 4 was here, and then I was all 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8, all in one spot.
Spread it out. Spread it out.
Yeah, spread it out. All right, let's give that another try.
Spread out the love, right? Spread the love.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Is this the fast one? No, I don't think this is. Yeah, I think.
I can't remember it.
Let me see.
It's been a while.
Let's see. Come on, where are you? Oh, that's a pretty one, but that's from slow. No, that's a 6, 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. That is so not an 8. Oh! They added 10 and made a 10, didn't it?
I think we were handling it okay.
Yeah. 7, 8. Oh, okay. Yeah, I love this song, but we need this song to be where we are, which is, yeah. Hang on.
Even.
Hang on. I think the first one is right?
Yeah, first one
Number
and the
one.
second one.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
And the fourth one too.
All right, here we go. Now we're good.
Very good basic
When you're-
different songs.
Yeah, when you gotta practice, make sure you have a song that matches what you're doing. So we need 8 counts. That was 10s and 12s. Great song, but
Yeah.
you feel like you're off because they added beats.
Extra 2s and 4s
Yeah.
thrown in somewhere.
Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, flip, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, did a quick little flip turn, so fun. So this is a reverse turn in between your basic Egyptian. So the stepping portion where the step, the place, and the lift are the parts of this move. There's 3 parts, a step, a place, and a lift. The step is you do a reverse turn and step on that foot for your 1. So if you're starting out with it, we'll do it to the front and we'll do quarter turns and then we'll do half turns. Facing front, sorry. We're going to do a reverse turn. We can also do a forward turn, so we'll do that too.
Okay.
So step, lift, front, step, place, lift, front. Now, take your right foot, do a step beside your other foot, turn a quarter, and do your basic at a quarter degree or quarter of your circle. Again, quarter, and quarter, and quarter. It's really, you can do all kinds of things. You can do thirds, you can do eighths, which looks kind of cool actually. We're just doing quarters and halves, but it's really up to you. You do that last lift, whatever it is, so you do it after a pair. So if you want to turn to the right, lift left first, then lift right, because that's the foot that's going to step around and take you, right? So whichever foot you're using, that's the direction that you go for this, for a reverse turn. You turn the way your foot goes. So step, quarter turn. Make sure that you step on it. That's the trick. Sometimes people turn and they don't, and then they're all messed up. So as you quarter turn, you put the ball down, shift your weight onto it so that the left leg lifts again. All right. So that's the only complicated part. The foot that's turning is you're going to step on it. So let's do 4 quarters. 1, 2, quarter turn, 1, 2, and quarter turn, 1, and 2, and quarter turn. And when we get to the front, we're going to do halves. Here we go. 2 half turn, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Half turn, half turn, half turn. Yes, it's very important to spot.
Yes, so you don't.
It is. Yeah, when you turn around, the quarter turns, it doesn't matter. Just look straight ahead. It's fine. You should look straight ahead. The half turns you got to spot. So you're here, step behind, the foot goes, your head goes. So your nose is spotting with your body. Okay? All right.
And not only is it practical, it's actually really cool too.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it looks really good.
Fast spotting head, it looks really good.
So quarters and halves are super fun. Forward turns, same principle, but rather than crossing your foot back and turning, you cross, so you've lifted, you step across in the front, step on it, and turn. So it's like I say a lot, the same move, just the other direction. Just go the other way.
Just go the other way.
And it's exactly the same.
But it's not at the same time. It is, and it's so isn't.
But if you try not to complicate it, if you try to just say, okay, I'm going to step in front of rather than crossing behind, I'm going to cross in front. That, just keep it simple, right? So same thing, but now your direction is shifted, because if you reverse turn and you step with your right foot behind you, you're turning to the right. However, if you do a forward turn and you step across with your right foot, you're turning to the left. Okay, so there's a little bit of confusion there. All right, so let's try it slow. Step, place, lift, left foot. Step, place, lift, right foot. Now, quarter turn. Just step right here, quarter turn, place. Oh, I did a half.
Sorry, me too.
I did a half.
I was too excited.
Quarter turn and just did a half.
Just going. Just going for it.
So we lifted on our right. Step, place, lift. 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 You see how that works? Now, do I realistically do this with quarter turns? No, I don't. So, with the reverse turn, quarters look cool, halves look cool, whole turns look cool, right? You can hear around and come, it's fun. Do a whole turn, those are super fun. With the forward turn, I usually just do halves and wholes and 3/4. The quarter turn just, I don't know, it's not fancy.
It's just like you're stepping.
Yeah, it's just like you're
marching.
stepping, and that's really what you're doing. But if you do a half turn, it looks pretty cool. So let's try that. So we'll start stepping right, lifting left. 1, 2, turn around. 1 and 2, turn around. See, now it's cool. Step, place, lift. 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 One more. Around. Around. Yeah. See, that's cool, I think. So don't worry about quarters on the forward turn. Just skip them.
It's a warm up for the real thing.
Yeah, never mind. Never mind. And I mean, yeah, you can do it. I just don't think they look like anything. But I think the halves look cool. A 3/4 also looks good. Step, place, lift. Step, place, lift. Step, place, lift. Step, place, lift. Step, place. Oh, I did a whole.
Hey.
So if you want to try that, a 3/4 or a full to the front, that looks really good. And it's easier. I think it's easier to go bigger, to just step around and come. Yeah. So yeah, if you're facing the side and you lift, step all the way around, and then you're facing that same side again. I think it's easier than the reverse. If you want to go all the way around.
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah, getting all the way around with the reverse is kind of okay, but getting all the way around with the front is not difficult, okay? And you make sure the foot that's working, that's doing the crossing, is the one that you step on. So you reach across, step, place, lift in your new direction, whatever your new direction of choice is. All right, making sense? Okay,
Cool.
questions are good if you have any right now, because I'm giving you a lot of information.
Let me check as well.
Okay.
To check.
All right, let's see, what did we miss? All right, so we have the 2 variations to the side, the 2 variations to the front, the rear variation, the front side front, the front back, the around the clock, quarter, half turns, forward and reverse. Those are the most important things I wanted to get to you, because you can choreograph a lot of movements with that, a lot of movements.
Valerie said a very fun thing. She said she just became a dizzy blonde because she's so rusty on
Yeah.
spotting. That's what she said.
Yes. Valerie, you just gave me a great idea. I think we need to do a class on turns and spotting.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Not the whole class, because
Yeah.
we'll be nauseous.
Seriously.
So,
We all on the floor. One or
so
both.
you'll help remind me. Right?
Yes.
So for Saturday,
Let's do that.
let's begin. We'll do something else as well, because we're gonna not feel good.
Yeah.
But let's review turns with spotting on Saturday to begin.
Cool.
Right. So
I think that's
you'll
a
have
good idea.
because that
To
was
help with the rustiness.
that
Totally made it
helps a lot.
Made a new class out of it.
Yep. All right, so let's look at a little bit of traveling and a little bit of movement, all right? So we've done these in place. We did a little bit of front, side, but what looks really good, also what I love to do is put the arms in forth and do the front and the back, right? That looks cool. We did a little bit of that. And then you can also just do it to playing to the side, but you put your arms in forth to accent it, right? So we have tiny spaces, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, step, place, lift, 3, 4, step, place, lift, 3, 4, da 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 da. Will that make sense? Step, place, 2, 3, 4, new foot, step, place, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to do a 4th position. You're going to go over here, and then I like to just swoop the arm rather than up, in, up, or up, and then over. This I always say you're directing traffic. On this one, you look like a traffic cop.
Traffic control.
Yeah, let's not do traffic control. So here, just take your upper arm and swoop it out. and then your upper arm and swoop it out. So the one arm can just come up, but the other arm can swoop. Because when you're changing arm positions, it should be a journey, right? It shouldn't just be, okay, I'm here, now I'm here, and now I'm here, right? Yeah. So let's just try that a little bit. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So again, 4/4 music to practice your basics. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, place, lift, lift, lift. 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 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. One more. Good. Good. All right. All right, all right, all right. Good, good. So there's all kinds of ways you can travel. Sideways, forward, back. We're doing it in place, but the basic Egyptian, traveling forward, traveling back, right? That's kind of how we get across the floor.
Yep.
Okay, so now, what was the other one I wanted to show you? That one. That one. While we're in the mood for turning. I love the way, don't you love the way this one looks? This is so good. So this is a basic to the side with a half turn. You get to choose. I'm going to decide tonight that we turn all the same way. If you turn alternating, you get a zigzag motion. And you actually don't get as dizzy, but let's just go for it.
Let's just go for it.
Let's just get dizzy.
Let's get dizzy. Let's do it.
So
This should be a song.
step, step, place, lift. Now you have to do, so I'm going to pick the right, all right? We're lifting with our right hip, step right, half turn right, place left, lift left. All right, now step left, reverse, half turn right, place right, lift. It sounds way more complicated than it is.
Yeah, I think it really
When
does.
I have to explain it, it's, huh?
What?
But the thing is, so watch. If I'm, let's see, here, and then I turn forward, and I turn forward again, you see what I'm getting at? There's no turn, it's a zigzag, right? So I'm going for the circle. So the one time you do it, you turn forward. The next time you turn in reverse. So reach forward. Now reach back over your shoulder. Yes, there. So that long explanation was for that. Okay, so let's try that with some music. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and step, place, lift, step, place, lift, step, place, lift, step, place, lift. Oh, that was nice. All right, let's go away from the camera.
All right.
Here we go. Nice. It's not so bad when you spot. If you don't spot, it's not so good.
What do you do with your hands?
I'm just keeping them out for right
And then
now.
they go all the way out.
Yeah, for now. There's some stuff that you can do, but for now.
Okay.
All right. So
Just
now
make them sharp.
let's do the zigzag now.
All right.
So we're not going to turn. We're going to lift, turn forward, turn forward, turn forward, turn forward, turn forward. Go back, turn back, turn back, turn back, turn back. So it's really a cool look. I like this.
It's really cool.
All right, so let's try that forward and back. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Reverse it. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Oh, that's tricky, isn't it? It's a little tricky. I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
It's really tricky.
I thought it was going to be a lot easier than that. It's been tricky. So, what I've discovered, On the front's way easier. Turning forward, just lift because your momentum is there. But that little back one, did you feel that? So turn, lift. My weight kept going here in the forward, and then I couldn't get back in time. So if you made that same mistake, we're together. But there, see?
Right.
See how she's shifting her weight? Shift your weight. You have to shift your weight the direction you're going. So, because I was lifting forward, so my brain was kind of in the forward. But you're doing a reverse turn right here. Now see, my weight's the middle or forward. Get your weight on that back leg, and then you can do it. Now it works. Of course, I'm going very, very slowly. So you always need to shift your weight on the back leg so that you can lift the front leg. And you're either going to turn forward or back. So let's just, I need to do that one more time. Let's get
I like that idea.
Yeah, let's give that another, see if we can get a little better. All right, going forward. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Better?
Yeah, that was way better. Way better.
I'm going like I'm trying to turn the music off. Hopefully that was better for you guys too. That felt a lot better.
That was
but
also
still,
like control, like you get the, because you have the strength, right?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
your spin actually becomes stronger too.
yeah.
Because you're not like doing this around
Yeah.
the top, right?
So what I was feeling, the front one is still easy, but the back one, lift, and then quickly, whoop, get around there, put your weight back there so you can lift again. And a couple times I still was kind of balanced, and I go, oh, just lift, because there wasn't the right weight change. And then the next one, okay, I got it, and okay, I got it, right? So you'd have to push back. And then I did notice arms. It's a turn,
Okay.
so they don't stay. They come in, out,
Okay.
in, out, in,
Alright.
out. And I was looking, going, no, my arms are not staying at all. Right? So they're out, then you turn around, bring them together, out, together, out, together, out. Because when you need to do a quick turn, if you don't bring your hands together, you're not going to be able to do a quick, this is drag. This is like dragging in the water, right? It slows you down. So in order to get around, you have to close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. And I think that's just kind of a basic turning technique, which I guess we're going to cover on Saturday, at least for a short time. Short time, yeah. Okay, let me think now. I think that was that the, yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. We just finished with the zigzag, but the one where we keep turning the whole time, I love that move. I think it's it's a really nice way to travel, because let's say I need to get over to you. I have options. I can just come straight at you, right? Or I can come straight at you, but I can turn with it. It's a little more interesting. So I think that's a fun one to do. And then you also have a target for that one, so it helps you spot. Right now I'm just targeting the camera, right? But if you're dancing for fun or for a person, you're headed in a direction, so you head toward wherever you're going, and you spot that way. It makes it easier. All right, any questions that I need to know about?
I'm going to take a look real quick.
Okay.
Yep, looks like we're good on questions.
Okay.
Oh, Valerie said yes to the
Spinning?
spin to the spot, the spin
Okay,
to spotting
we have
class.
a vote yes for the spotting spinning class. So I guess we'll call it spotting and spinning, right?
That's cool.
Or spinning and spotting.
Spinning and spotting, right?
Yeah, one of those. Or spin spot. Something. All right, girls, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to share the video, to sign up for the YouTube, subscribe if you haven't already, and remember to register for the event I think you're going to do a new one now for July, right?
I actually extended the July one
Oh, good.
the other
Okay.
day, so they will be now, all the July dates are.
Oh, good. All right. So as those pop up, hit yes, I'm
Yes.
going.
So that I can,
Yeah.
Facebook can remind you.
Facebook will help to remind you. All right, and anything else?
Your YouTube channel, just look for Meleah Nelson.
Oh yeah, it's easy to find Meleah Nelson. Don't put in
there's-
just Meleah, you get somebody else.
Yeah.
Meleah Nelson. I
And-
tried to find myself today. Who is this? This is not me.
And then also, it is in the feed, your timeline
Yes,
as well.
it's
It's on
in
the
there as
timeline
well.
too. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Thank you for everything.
I'm gonna say bye to you
And
guys.
I will see you in a few days. We'll have more fun. It's been so much fun. So have a great night. Let me know if you've got any issues, questions. I'm always here. And I'll talk to you soon.